took me all day. Okay, so I'm going to read page 1 of America's National Parks. For some of you, this is a new reading. For some of you, it's a review, but that's okay. Let's take a look and do some screen sharing so you can hear how I pronounce the different words. Remember, this week we are working on the is sound, the is sound. Actually, before I start, let's take a look at the is sound. Let me come back. Here we go. The is sound. We have I. See how my mouth is very relaxed. I, I, I. You can even see how my throat works. I, I, I. See, that's very subtle, soft way to say I. Now, oftentimes we'll say E. I don't want to say E. You want I. I. I is very forward, like win, win, I. So we will be looking at the I sound in this first page of this article. Okay, let's get back to it. Sharing the screen with you. Okay, there we go. Learning about America's national park system. Notice I say national, national. Okay, so listen as I read, and it would be a good thing for you to try and mimic how I also read, and that will also help you with the sounds. Okay, here we go. Introduction, section 1. Has your family ever visited a national park? Do you know that national park units are areas of land that are protected so that their natural beauty or historical or cultural significance will survive for people to enjoy? In school, you have probably learned about the natural resources of the United States. Our country's national parks are another resource. Many people visit them each year. Some people enjoy hiking and camping, while others paint or photograph beautiful natural scenes. Even more visit national park areas to learn more about our country's history and culture. In this lesson, you will read about most of the beautiful and interesting national parks in the United States. You will learn that visiting and enjoying our national parks, you will learn that visiting and enjoying our national parks has become an American tradition. A tradition is a custom or belief handed down over time. Traditions help people to express their beliefs about how to live in the present. As you read this lesson, think about how preserving natural, cultural, and historic areas expresses important beliefs of many Americans. Section 2, our first national parks. There is some debate over which place is our first national park. On April 20, 1832, President Andrew Jackson signed legislation to set aside 4 sections of land, including said hot springs, reserved for the future disposal of the United States, which shall not be entered, located, or appropriated. He didn't want anyone living there. Appropriated for any other purpose whatsoever. This makes Hot Springs National Park the oldest national park among current NPS parks. That means National Park Service, NPS. predating Yellowstone National Park by 40 years. Unfortunately, Congress failed to pass any legislation for administering the site, the land. As a result, no controls were exerted in the area and people continued to settle there, building businesses around and even over the springs. So sad. Okay, well, there's a couple words in here. Let's look at. You might often hear Americans. Let me make this bigger for you. There we go. I say interesting sometimes. Oh, that's very interesting. But in casual conversation, just sitting around the house, I might say interesting, interesting. And I take out the middle part, interesting. Okay. And let's see, many students have trouble with national, national, and natural, natural. I know it doesn't, it's not spelled like it looks. And what was the other one? Let's go down, 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 down. Legislation. Where's our legislation word? There it is. Legislation. Legislation. I do that when I try to get my tongue to work. Legislation. Legislation. Can't say it because I'm a native speaker and sometimes it's hard for me too. Legislation. All right. Please take note of the vocabulary words that you might need to look up and write down in your book. Let's look at some of the is sounds. We'll just do that very quickly, such as family, family. Dum dum dum. Oops. There we go. Right here. Which. Woo 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 wih. It's like I'm giving you a kiss. Woo woo woo. Which. Which. I like the W sound because it's forward, just like the I sound is forward to your lips, not the back of your throat, to your lips. Let's look at that sound a little more. All right, let me get back over to here. Here we go. Have E. See how my mouth is going E? E, E, w. I'm finding that my students find it easier to put their fingers like this. There's no way you can say E without sounding stupid. So, Americans speak a lot from the chest. If you can feel your chest vibrate, then you're probably sounding correct. You can't sound like E in your chest. I'm exaggerating, of course. You know I am. Okay, so we have and the hard part is when you have a let's see, have a word that's reinstate. Let's say reinstate. So we have reinstate. I'm very relaxed. Reinstate. State, reinstate. We'll work on this more in class, of course, to help you out. And so homework. Please review this video. Practice the sounds in a mirror. And I'd like you to read back the text to me so I can hear how well you do in your areas that you might need help. Okay, after we get the I down, we're going to start working with the R. That's a whole new animal as they are. Yeah. So, I, E. You can feel the difference in your throat. Your throat kind of goes like a frog. I, E. You can feel the difference in your throat. And using your hands really helps. It helps you know what your muscles are doing and helps to put that imprint in your brain too. Okay. Oh, my sun is shining through my window. Can you see that? Okay, sweethearts. You're doing so good and you're working hard. I'm proud of you. Okay. I'll see you in class. Bye. Have a great night.